You're listening to the voice of IWA Flip here on Interfed Radio. Welcome to Around the United Nations League Trash Talk Edition. Back in studio, Commissioner Anderson. Commissioner, welcome back.
Hey, thank you. We could barely contain ourselves and not talk about trash talk on the commish side. So I'm glad that we are able to do our trash talk and share our enthusiasm and our insights and our thoughts on the latest UNL trash talk.
Now, if you allow me, if we did a little trash talk on the Commissioner show, can we do a little Commissioner and fourth wall break-in on the trash talk show? Can we remind the listeners that because of Thanksgiving, your matches, your sheets, your whatever you call them, your email,
your what?
Your who?
Oh, sheets. EET. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Commissioner, focus. Are due by Monday Eastern Standard Time, to Kim. So,
Yes, get all your bronze in Monday morning. By Monday morning.
8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, just to remind everybody.
Yes, if you're on the West Coast, it's still
Eastern
time.
Let's not delay everybody else's play because IWA Flip wants to send in his stuff at what? No, that's not because what? No.
But yeah, so we're gonna get bronze on Monday.
Nice.
Awesome. So bronze on Monday, and in addition to that, I think we should mention our matches. It is a bonus scrub cycle, so you get your 20 matches and 40 scrub wins for $12. In addition to that,
plus
UNL had the highest strategy average in the October IWA report. So this cycle, every manager, no matter what, gets 10 free matches. So make sure you definitely take your 10 free matches. If you spend $12, you get your 20 plus your 10 plus your 40 scrub wins for a grand total of 70 matches for $12.
Now, if I can steal a line from Napoleon Dynamite, yes. You know what? I've been given a hard time about my pop culture knowledge these last couple of weeks, by the way. But
you threw out Napoleon Dynamite, and kudos to you.
Hey now. Oh, man. Okay, here we go, Commissioner. Now, again, UNL, bar none, in my opinion, one of the best places to run angle-based play. If you want to come on and debate it, let's talk. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Biggest angle brewing at the moment, in my opinion, has to be Double Dutch.
Oh.
And Dead Rabbits right now.
Ooh, that has a ton of potential.
The Dead Rabbits, now that, the year is coming to an end, a lot came to light. For them to run two simultaneous angles and oof.
Yes.
Dead Rabbits, Quick Kill alone would have been a great angle.
Right. And it was.
Dead
but in
Rabbits,
addition to that.
Yes. Dead Rabbits, Ezekiel Crane could have been its own fantastic angle. But no, They had to run it side by side, hiding, the masked monk, Walter McGinn, hiding as the masked man was just, mind-blowing, like,
yeah.
And then you have, and if you allow me, Commissioner, if you have the cojones to rock plaid and walk down the street, there's something about you. And there's certain people that can pull off being cool. But, Art Deco, in my opinion, is ice cold, baby. Ice freaking cold. Because ever since his emergence or reemergence here in the UNL, his boys have been fuego.
On fire.
You know it, baby. And to see these two, because, Dead Rabbits are like, well, it's only natural. You got to go after these guys because And yeah, this one is one that's in the barn burning, and I can't wait to see this one come to light.
Well, you think about how on point the Dead Rabbits have been this year, and then how on point Double Dutch has been this year. That's a feud for the ages.
Yes, I can't wait. I mean, I of course you always want more. You're in a league where you always want more. We wanted more. We wanted more from Rancher. We got more. We got the McFleece Rancher angle that just just set off, man. I mean, I still think when he dubbed himself Alaska, and I was like, oh, dude, the mention of Fortune last time, and now, if you haven't heard the commissioner, I'll reiterate this. You guys got to leave Rancher alone right now. He's not in the mood. Doesn't want to be bothered with ridiculous questions and microphones in his face. He's in a deep thought phase right now. Leave him the f alone. That's me being as open as I can be. But and on the other side of it, we got McFleece, who can't even let Timbatu, who is already a man of of a few words, he couldn't even say a few words.
He couldn't even get his few words out.
I'm like, come on, really, McFleece? Are you kidding me? Yeah, so both of those two guys are rockers right now, off their rockers completely, man. So leave them both alone. We got a lot going on behind the scenes that's gonna lead to more. And I kind of feel bad for TVB right now because the Dead Rabbits have this this, I don't want to call it friendship because it's kind of hard to think that Bill Cutting could have friends, but him Akbar and Cece, they kind of got got an understanding that they're not gonna beat each other up right now. They kind of
right.
They'd rather hit the people that are verbally attacking them like IWA Flip than than themselves right now. But hey, I feel bad for you putting them in the same ring with TVB, but
well, I feel bad for TVB.
Yeah, I mean, luckily he has the mastermind and the genius of Art Deco on his corner, who I'm sure will even the score there. But whew.
I mean, it's hard not to be the favorite when you have someone as cool as Art Deco. Although Dead Rabbits have Sir Robert Usworth.
Not just cool, ice cold.
Ice cold.
Ice cold. Yeah, that's Art Deco for you, brother. But you were saying about the gentleman, the Squire, Robert Usworth?
Well, just, Double Dutch has Art Deco, but Dead Rabbits have Sir Robert Usworth.
Oh, good reminder.
Yeah.
Good. I mean, you are. Yeah, I mean, but he's a gentleman.
He is a gentleman.
Yeah, so I see him more as a kind of a mouthpiece, and I don't see him as the intervening type. But I could be
like
wrong.
A Paul Heyman type, right? He is the advocate.
Yeah,
the Dead Rabbits, and the Dead Rabbits massacre everyone. Oh. So
Oh man, yeah. Now, I've been given a hard time about my pop culture. I cheated this time, by the way. I got the answers to the test early on.
Okay.
And I was like, when you can get the answers to the test ahead of time, it makes things a lot easier. So did you notice who his quote was from this time?
I'm definitely not looking it up right now. Is that from?
Let me see.
You go ahead, sir.
Well, since we were teasing him about having a quote from Bugs Bunny the last time, he actually went for a Bugs Bunny quote this time. Don't take life so seriously. You'll never live. What is it? And as I'm saying it, I blanked out on what the exact quote was.
You'll never get out of it alive, or you'll never get out alive.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yes.
Now I'm not sure if Bugs Bunny stole it from somebody else, but and maybe he just told me that it was coming from Bugs Bunny just so I could make a fool out of myself on the air. But
Yep.
but that's why I love him. That's why I love him. That's why I love him.
I mean,
But yes, he did mention it was a Bugs Bunny quote. He's all like, "You want Bugs Bunny? I'll give you Bugs Bunny."
see, and that's how that's how a true artist reacts.
I love it. I definitely loved it. What better place or what better legendary character to quote than Bugs Bunny, man? I mean, especially being the dead rabbits, especially
yes.
Oh,
Rabbits,
man.
Bugs Bunny.
Oh yes.
A little similarity there.
I like it. I love it. Oh man, I just got the picture live right now. I love it. Oh yes. Bugs Bunny, baby. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, shout out to Walter Monk for always keeping us on our toes, and to their manager for keeping the action at a level beyond what you can expect in any other league, brother. Yeah.
Right. I mean, WCW had the match beyond. The UNL has the trash talk beyond.
I like it. And again, I shout out to to their manager, and I know we got a lot that we're not allowed to say on air, but there's a lot coming, and a lot. Yeah. I'll leave it at that for now. Now, are we going to cover trash talk, or have we already started? What are we doing here?
I mean, I think we're covering trash talk right now.
Nice, I love it, Commissioner. Yeah, sometimes I go on these tangents, and
yeah, we just covered one of the
oh man,
top brewing angles right now between the Dead Rabbits and Double Dutch 2000.
I love it, man. I think if we're talking angles, I think another one that I want to kind of touch on, and how can I say this nicely? The Snake has I don't want to say he's scared away, but he's
bitten off more than he could chew.
Well, I mean,
snake
maybe, yeah, maybe others weren't, maybe they just weren't. I don't want to say they weren't worthy, but hey, in a league like the UNL, like we've mentioned before, this is definitely a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
And someone like Sabo, he's been ready for a 26.2 mile run, and
yes.
everyone else looks like they're just trying to do the 100 and out. And
right.
I think he found a biter.
I think he did. I'm pretty stoked about this one.
Now, while we're mentioning it, La Excavadora,
yes.
the excavator,
yes,
is just brutally hurting people. I mean, I know he had
some people up here.
Yes, I mean, I feel bad because his icebreaker is just doesn't seem like something anybody would want to go through. And then, but as soon as he beats this poor I don't want to call him a jobber, but this poor fool, maybe calling him a jobber would be better. But as soon as he beats him up, here comes Sabo trying to sneak up from behind him, and gets the icebreaker himself.
Yes, he does.
Now, in any other league, you could beat up, fellow managers, wrestler, and it's just kind of like, overlooked or maybe kind of pushed to the side. But this is one that I think Sabo deserved. I mean, when you put snakes in somebody's locker room,
I mean, you're kind of you're putting yourself out there.
Yeah, you're asking for it. And but again, shout out to both managers for one for setting the bait and kind of going fishing, and shout out to the other for taking the bait and turning it and just
yeah.
Oh man, yeah, because that's what we love. That's what I love, Commissioner. I really do. I enjoy people that run with what's thrown out there, that kind of play off of one another. And these are two managers that I don't think have faced one another, whether in trash
which
talk.
Is also fun.
Yes. So this is one that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Now, So we got looks like the Snake versus La Excavadora brewing. Uh, but here's another mouthpiece. But I mean, this guy is. I don't think. I think he's. I don't want to say he's not as cool as Art Deco, but he seems like he's gonna get in the way. Like he's gonna get. This guy's definitely gonna. This Henry Donaldson guy is just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he looks like he's gonna definitely become an issue.
I mean, you talk about people who are advocates. He is a very strong mouthpiece for Excavadora, and I definitely think he's going to ruffle some feathers.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's what we like. Then I'm looking forward to this. And again, we mentioned World Warfare 3 coming up.
Yeah,
this
would
is
love
this
to
is
see this one. Yeah,
and again, not to throw it out so early, but yeah, I'm really looking for this one to kind of peek at World Warfare.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it, we have November, which is coming up on Monday, and then we have what'll be December holiday, and then I assume January and winter. So we're this now is the time to start directing these feuds. Yes. I think because as you mentioned, UNL is a marathon. We want to build a good story going in. So if you're not in a feud yet, that's okay. You still have time. But this feud beginning to brew, I think we're going to boil into World Warfare 3 in January. I'm pretty excited.
Nice. Now, as I started to mention in our commissioner show, and I find it kind of disturbing because Pete Rose got denied the right to enter the Hall of Fame for a long time. I think they're finally going to let him in, but he got denied, being allowed to be inducted into the Hall of Fame for betting against his own team.
Okay.
And our two new hitmen, I guess, weren't getting enough contracts, so they decide to bet against themselves on some parlays and just make a couple extra bucks on the side.
Right. So, and I have to. Go ahead.
Oh no, go. Yeah. You know where I'm going.
If I have to say, that's there's some wisdom in that.
Yes.
Now, what I have to say, I wouldn't do is I wouldn't then publicize it for everyone to see.
It's okay though. Hey, you know what? They were honest and like you said, you like transparency. They were as transparent as we could be. Like, oh man.
So they earned some money, and you know what? Even though they have admitted it here in writing, if I were law enforcement, I might just let it go because I don't want to mess with these two guys.
No, not at all. And speaking of taking matters into your own hand, and and the money factor. Last cycle, we did mention that upon the hitman, the Quick Hill Inc.'s hitman, not these two hitmen, retirement, that Humongous kind of beat them up, which caused my associates to lose some money. Right. Not cool. You don't want to. Our contracts are all we have around here, and you cost us money. And I opened my mouth on live air, and here we are broadcasting.
You did.
Oh, man. Now,
and notice that I disassociated myself from that, and what? I was not involved in this.
What? No, Commissioner. Okay, no. You know what? You're guilty by association, Commissioner. You're in here, but we see this cycle. Looks like Felix and Thomas are out and about, or Benjamin and Thomas are out and about looking to collect some of their lost money. And lo and behold, the mastermind working behind scenes sends them a text that looks like Jack Edison and what was the other gentleman's name? I always forget the other gentleman's name.
Anthony Enzo?
And Anthony Enzo didn't pull their weight during this Ezekiel Crane masked madness attack, because everything was set in stone. Everything was, running on full circles. We were counting on them, to help out and help destroy the masked man. And they just didn't pull their own weight. And lo and behold, looks like Ezekiel said, "Hey, take this contract." And then, they get the page. The contract is legit. And Benjamin and Thomas turn on the former teammates.
Yes. Well, they turned against Ezekiel Crane.
Yes, Jack and Anthony.
That,
yeah, they got punched in the face. Now, lo and behold, Humongous is there. So Benjamin and Thomas are like, "Hey, this is what happens. When you don't listen, this is what happens when you break contracts.
You cost us money."
And yeah. And then Humongous just laughs and walks away. Yeah. Being the big monster.
The monster that he is, yeah. And no offense to Marcus Monroe, but Humongous is a monster.
Yes. But this is another one of those cases where everything, like behind the scenes, breaking the fourth, everything just worked out. Like it worked. I'm like,
I love it when a plan comes together.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What movie is that from?
18.
You're like, the show, you idiot. It's a show.
Well, there was a movie later on,
that's right.
Which I thought was actually pretty good, but yeah, the 18.
Yeah, so this worked out, phenomenally. I think the only thing that we learned here is that I guess back in the days when you started this league, looks like your blueprints weren't up to, U.S.
Our walls
code
may be
and
a little thin. Yeah, our walls may be a little. The construction, we may have separated a few rooms. Hey, we may have been on a budget at the beginning. We were only having 25 cards. We were working on a shoestring budget, sir.
Nice. I like it. I think that's what, and again, Humongous says he's not one that likes to leave open a bill unpaid. So he kind of went and gave my associates, his own version of a payout. Oh, man.
And then I love Cromwell, like, is on the other side of this wall that gets destroyed, and you can just see his face like,
what the hell's going on?
What's going on?
Oh, man.
So needless to say, the associates did not have a positive interaction with Mr. Mungus here.
No. But hey, again, you cost us money. And this is not over with, even though I'm going to open my mouth again and I'm probably going to get that bar of soap that Cromwell.
Well, I mean, if I may, we have this little pay-per-view coming up. I don't know if you've heard about it, World Warfare 3.
Oh, nice.
And, and if the associates are really serious about getting their money.
Yeah. You know what? We may have to just sign both a 2-on-1 just to be able to survive against Humongous.
Just to have a chance.
Just to have a chance, man. So we'll see. We will see. Oh man, we might have to have Humongous. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But yes, this is definitely one that is going to definitely end up at World Warfare. I can guarantee you that much. Oh man. Now. Traveling as much as we do, I know World Warfare is going to be in Tokyo. We get a chance
in the iconic Tokyo Dome. Yeah,
nice.
Very excited.
Yeah, so we get to see all these wonderful locations and experience some culture throughout this wonderful planet we call Earth. But I couldn't stop laughing when I was reading Mr. Vladimir Verkemp's.
I thought that might have been where you were going. Yes.
Yes.
He was very proud to be the current. Well, he was very proud to be the Mexico champion.
Yes. Now, I mean, I'm not sure where, and of course, he says it himself. He's never been. but he just throws this random stuff out there, brother. And I was just like, this is gold. This is gold. Like, at first, when I was reading it, I thought maybe he was going to say salsa, because salsa is.
That's.
And then he goes enchilada. I'm like, what the hell is the enchilada thing? I'm like, oh, dude, this is awesome.
I mean, I have never heard of the enchilada dance, but
I've never. But again, I have never traveled as much as Flexing Vladimir. Who knows?
Maybe if you eat too many of them, some of us have a little dance that we do.
But yeah, great.
I mean, I love Mexican food, but Mexican food doesn't always love me back. You know what I'm saying?
It looks like Flexing Vladimir had the same concerns.
Same situation going on.
Yes. But it was just awesome to see him telling the story, and you could see him, especially when you see that picture of TVB and that look. I could just imagine them like sitting around flexing, like with that look, like, like, tell us more. Yes. Oh, good stuff. Yeah. So and again, this is of course, they're proud of their success, and of course, pushing that angle forward. I can't wait to see what brews, because of course we mentioned the Dead Rabbits got their strong support group with the help of the other, and I forget what I drew a blank right now. CC and Akbar, do they have a name for their, other than their at March?
Well, they're not the Party Boys.
Ooh, come here. Hey, where's that? You see who's saying it now, huh? Hey.
They are poison, sir.
Oh, yes, the poison. You know what? I drew a blank. I didn't want to say that other word.
I'm not Party Boys. You didn't want to say Party Boys.
I'm gonna say it again and again. Yeah. Watch out there.
Cough, cough, cough. Party Boys, cough.
Oh, good. Yes, but. Oh man, yeah, you're gonna get beat up, Commissioner. But anyways, yeah. So I know the Dead Rabbits got their help, and got the Poison members to have their back, and so it's good. I'm glad that Double Dutch has Art Deco, and Flexing Vladimir also looking out for them, brother. Because
oh yeah, I mean, in a fight, I'd definitely take Art Deco.
Dude, hey, yeah, I'm telling you, that mind, the mind behind Art Deco, or the mind within Art Deco is, worth having. Definitely.
He's cerebral.
I like it. I like it a lot. Now, I was mentioning going to school with Psychobolt, because this looks like something that would come out of my English class.
Me will avenge bad start.
Hey now, looks like he had the same education and learned to spoke in the same place I did.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did win the India Championship, so
yeah.
He did indeed avenge bad start.
Me and you with Psycho Clutch. This is gonna be awesome. I like it. Oh man. Yeah, and again, I always tease a certain manager about trash talking. That I won't name names on this show. I have on others, but one-liners.
Does it rhyme with Jimothy?
Bad, Commissioner. But yes, it does. But yes, it does. One-liners. I mean, this is just where I'm getting at. Is one-liners can be so powerful at times.
Yes.
Even if it is a Bugs Bunny quote, or a Psycho Bolt bad IWA flip English level line. It's awesome. I like it. It gives you character. I know the man is more concerned about headbutting and beating people up than what he writes, but it's okay. I get it,
because that's his character. His character is he's going to avenge his bad start. He's going to end you with the Psycho Clutch.
That gives that says a lot in as few words he did write. It says a lot.
Exactly.
And same thing with Skullfire. Yo punks. I gotta say, because it has a couple extra exclamation points there.
Yes.
A big man would come flying off the top rope and splash you into oblivion. I like it. That's one big man flying right there. Let me tell you.
Yes, it was.
Oof. Yeah. And brought home
the Iran championship.
Nice.
Yes.
I like it.
And a little fun factoid, unless I'm incorrect, which is possible, it does happen on occasion, believe it or not. We have not held a pay-per-view. Did we hold a pay-per-view in Iran? We didn't, did we?
Oh, your guess is much, much better than mine.
Well, now I'm going to second guess. I don't think we have. Somebody please correct me if we did. Oh, wait, yeah, we did, because wasn't it in Thailand? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to look it up. I'll have it on the next show.
Nice.
I'll have it on the next show, folks. I promise you. But we either held or did not hold a pay-per-view in Iran, but now we're kind of back around. We have held a pay-per-view in all of these countries.
Oh, that's right, in the regionals, the ones where they're...
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to double check on the Iran. I'm going to make a note myself, because I don't think we did.
Now, speaking of the Iran belt, the person who he took it from was Mr. Jean Greycrow, who was actually looking forward to his championship match. And believe it or not, he was actually calling out
Bill Cutting.
Right? Yeah. He was hoping that Bill Cutting still had that belt, and he got a shot at him.
Right.
Oh man, and kind of took a low jab at the Hawaiian Delight, Joe Kona. But
I mean,
hey, Joe Kona had it coming. When you duck your possible opponents like the way he did. Yeah. Oh well. Because he took them 1, 2, 3, right?
When you have an excellent of a promo as he did from Las Vegas, and then we don't hear any more from you.
Oh.
Now
again, breaking a little. I mean, I know managers, come in and out, and life definitely takes priority, and we play this game when we can. So, but again, this is all character. This isn't personal jabs. This is just, again, these are character. Kind of just playing off of what's thrown, or in this case, what's not thrown back your way.
Right.
So shout out to Greycrow for even still thinking of Hawaiian Delight when he's not around.
That's what I was gonna say. It keeps his name mentioned, right? Yes. So if we do see Joe Kona again, he can be like, "Hey, Punk, what are you mentioning me for?" Like Skullfire. Hey, Punk, what are you talking about me for?
Yes, I like it.
And to confirm, we have not had a pay-per-view in Iran.
Are you doing work as we're having a show, Commissioner? Is this what
I can multitask.
Whoa! Chewing gum and walking at the same time.
You got that right.
I love it.
I mean, when you're in education, you make a million decisions every day. So shout out to all my fellow
educators.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out to all my fellow educators.
I love it. So now, even though Jake the Snake, thought he was going to get another diss, and he definitely thinks he wasn't being loud enough. But guess what, Mr. Sabo, your message got across loud and clear. Let me tell you, and I'm looking very much forward to the feud between you and like Scavadora, because. Yeah, message received loud and clear, sir.
Yes. Signed, sealed, delivered.
Yes, and just to in his own words, Sabo is here to fight. I am here to fight, and fight you must, and fight you must. Oh man. Now, if I may,
you may.
My buddies, my friend, my pals from Poisoned have a big announcement coming.
I know. I don't know what it is, and I'm it's one of those things where it's like I want to know, but I'm worried.
I mean, you've beaten everybody. You beat everybody in this, gauntlet match.
True.
And it must really. I mean, we've said it in the past. I mean, and talking about how consistent both Akbar and Sisi have been throughout the better half of this year,
Right,
or
right, right.
as we're coming to the close of this year, the entire year they've been consistent, and now you win the global tournament's gauntlet match, or global's greatest gauntlet match, and what more is there? I mean, so I'm on the edge of my seat right now, thinking, and excited and scared at the same time as to where this is leading, and I
Well,
hope.
and he came out without CC, so I don't know, if that has anything to do with this.
Interesting.
Yeah, I am, I am excited. I feel like I say that a lot, but like I am very interested to find out what's going on with Akbar, because I know as much as anyone else. Well, as much as most of us. I don't know. So I'm excited to see what he's got for us.
Yeah, I mean, let's say, I mean, we had already mentioned about Rancher and giving Rancher his space, but Akbar, the interviewers, even as reluctant as he was to give an interview, like he said, it there's more people or there's a lot more people deserving of his time, so he doesn't really want to waste his time, but he still does. He said, "Hey, I got a big announcement coming for you, even though you guys don't deserve it.
Right.
Be patient. Just hang out, hang out." Can't I? And yeah, I'm on the edge of my seat waiting, brother. And I'm glad it's coming Monday. And I hope, I hope the suspense doesn't kill me before then.
I hope
Oh,
not too. Speaking of, I hope the
now
suspense doesn't kill me. I'm going to let you take the lead on the next one. I'll be back in, let's say, 75 seconds. This is live. Well, I mean, like we're recording it live. You're getting it live.
you
I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and I will be
nice.
right back.
You got it, Commissioner. And now with the commissioner's break, I just want to make sure that we give Ezekiel Crane his fair time in the spotlight, because when you pull off an angle the way him and Walter Monk did, where it almost seemed like as if both got a little reward from it. I mean, because even though Ezekiel got attacked and flipped out of his chair and kicked out of a car, he still managed to pull off the mask and revealed Walter Monk, or revealed that the masked man was Walter Monk, and then through this all managed uh, to pull off the victory for the Can-Am title. So now we have Ezekiel Crane as our Can-Am champion. And again, it unveiled the fact that Walter Monk was behind the mask, so he can no longer hide behind the mask. And in Ezekiel's own words, he can't cower behind the mask and beat more people up. So now, even though it doesn't seem like Ezekiel Crane is going to be healthy enough to fight, but we all know what his contract states and stipulates is that he could have some of the associates fight on his behalf. So I'm curious to see where Ezekiel Crane goes with his next phase of his master plan, because as you all know, that this isn't going to end with him getting the raw end of the deal here in the UNL. And it looks like he's taking a little break before this next coming tour. He was on the beach, just kind of relaxing. So, glad to see him taking a breather, and looking forward to what Mr. Crane has coming next. Let's see here. Hey, you're back.
Hey, here I am. I didn't want to interrupt you. You had a great flow going there. But if you were discussing Ezekiel Crane, I want to say first that we are all Ezekiel Crane.
Yes.
And then second, I also think it's good that he had this bit of vacation time. kind of, hopefully unwind a little bit,
Yeah,
get
and,
him, get
you're you're
himself,
you're you're
back into his zone, and now he's ready to take on the unmasked Walter Monk McGinn. I'm excited to see where that one
now
goes.
now now your thoughts on this on this idea, Commissioner, because he had all this and he had all of us focused on the masked man because we all were. Everyone wanted
Right.
to know what the hell was going. And in the backdrop, he was going through this series with, was it Naul for the Can-Am?
Oh, yes. Yes, he was. And he defeated Noel for the Can-Am Championship.
Yeah, so all of us are over here focused. We have all our attention one way,
Right.
and
Right.
he's masterminding this win over here. We're like, ha ha, you had all your attention over here, and now look what I got. Like, bam,
Right.
sucker. I'm like,
Yes.
what?
Yes.
How did this
And
even
and
happen?
and to be fair, he criticizes Naul here a bit for for not either responding or not giving him the respect he deserves. And to that point, Naul didn't seem that focused on his Can-Am title defense. He seemed more focused on his tag team match with Valen against the Bushmasters.
Yes.
And lo and behold, Ezekiel Crane came out the new Can-Am champion.
Now speaking of that tag match with the Bushmasters, because that's another one where Valen and Naul are over here tagging, and no disrespect to them teaming up, because I know they kind of came together for the quick kill, and they kind of brought it together to help that angles get over. But Valen's always been Valinaria,
Right.
Mister
24/7, yeah.
for crying out loud. And I honestly think that I mean, not that him and Naul won't make a great tag team, because they shown that they can bring it together and win some gold. But I honestly think that that him and this new Jones's tag team. I don't know. From what I've heard through the rumors.
Yeah, through the rumor mill.
I don't think Archie was too happy with having to face him in tag action. I think Archie wants a little piece of Mister 24/7 mano a mano. Mano a mano.
I think that rumor could have some validity. We'll see, kind of where it goes. But this idea of Archie seems like he takes himself pretty seriously, takes his craft pretty seriously, and and obviously so does Valen. And so I think the Joneses losing that tag match probably has not sat well with Archie. So I don't think we've seen the last of that.
Now I'm in that same line of thought. I don't think Naul is going to be too happy, losing his Can-Am.
Also true.
Yeah, because Naul, we know, can be one
He
one
can be a bit
spontaneous.
intense. Yeah.
Yeah, one spontaneous individual
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man. Oh no, I love this, and again, shout out to everything working on behind the scenes. But as we mentioned before, this TVB and this new era is definitely catching our attentions, and I can't wait to see how the TVB and Double Dutch new era plays into the Dead Rabbits wanting a piece of them. Like I said, I think we've mentioned this before, Commissioner, where I kind of see this as our board game, our bubble, our realm, our whatever you want to call it, our version of Dungeons and
Dragons. Yes.
Dungeons and Dragons, and as you of course you being the commissioner, being the dungeon master, just playing and using everything that's out there to kind of push forward new angles and the new I know we tease WWE for not having too much And again, it's different when you're paying people millions, and we're here to have fun. So I think we can have a little more liberty, and it just comes off so amazing sometimes, Commissioner. And I think when we were chatting back and forth and going over the stuff for this, it like you said, you genuinely get giddy about some of the angles.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm so pumped up about World Warfare right now, brother. I really am.
Same, sir. So kind of bringing back full circle to where we started, we have this. Did we talk about McFleece beating? Oh yeah, we did, because Tembatsu is a man of few words, and he didn't even get his few words out. So we'll see where all of this goes. Could we get a third match between Alaska McFleece and Rick Rancher? I don't know. I don't know if Rick Rancher is gonna even want that, right?
I mean, I'm still, and again, along that same thought. I mean, I know we got so much going on that sometimes we overlook someone. I'm not going to overlook Solomon, because I know him and Timbatu just had their feud.
They had their
It looks like Solomon could be moving on, and but I don't know. Again, I'm curious to see where.
I could see that going either way. Yeah. Solomon got his win back, right? He won a tables match.
The rule of you know what? The rule of Solomon, and again, I don't want to push anybody where they don't want to go, but sometimes you just got open spots, and we'll see where the rule of Solomon goes.
Yeah. I will say though, and this is just me speaking off the cuff, but when we are all Ezekiel Crane, I do wonder how the rule of Solomon will play into the dynamic of his role as a member of Ezekiel Crane's faction.
Ooh. Hey, we never know.
Throwing that out. Just throwing that out there. They had a bit of a Solomon, I think, disappointed Crane at
you are not wrong there. You
at
are
the Rumble.
Not. Oh man.
And now he's avenged that loss, but we don't know. I don't know. I'm just throwing out there.
Yeah, I mean, we got so many great characters here, and again, shout out to the managers that send in trash talk. Shout out, to those that are active and for whatever reason, didn't get their piece in. No. What?
Yeah. So
coming from
my
one person that misses every other.
Yeah. So we've had 40 tours. This is the first one. I simply I ran out of time, and so I valued getting the getting the report together, getting the Bronze Bulletin together, and so I just kind of ran out of time. I'm
not hating, Commissioner. I know you do.
No, it's cool. I guess well, it brings a good point of we understand that life happens, right? Yes. So if you miss an occasional cycle, that's fine. You miss 5 in a row. Well, we gotta figure something out. But but life happens, and I hope everyone's doing well. I know, hopefully, holiday season's coming up. We'll probably have another show, obviously, before Christmas. But whether or not you celebrate Christmas, maybe you celebrate something else, that's cool. Whether you celebrate Thanksgiving, it is the holiday season. We have lots of holidays going on. I hope everybody has a wonderful, safe holiday season. But I also want to acknowledge, for anyone out there who does not enjoy the holidays for whatever reason, I am with you also. And so I hope that you make it through these next 5 or 6 weeks, and maybe you can focus on some IWA and UNL, because the holidays maybe aren't a great time for you. So shout out to all of you.
Yes. Now, someone that I, of course, like I said, I in closing, I know this manager. Like I said, I know they came in hitting hard on all cylinders. I know they're the cover, or he's a part of the cover boys for this UNL. But if anybody out there needs someone to go at, or looking for someone to trash talk with, in my opinion, and again, I know I say this a lot, but their manager is, a phenomenal trash talker. I know he, if you give him something to work with, I know he will definitely retaliate and come up with something. So, shout out to Buford Blackwood's manager, him and Rex Redwood. I know came in, they had a couple pieces. I didn't see anybody kind of, go at them per se, but again, just throwing them out there. Shout out to the Joneses. Definitely look forward to hearing from you guys. I know you guys are active because you guys got belts. So I definitely look forward to hearing from you guys again. Uh, you know, and anyone else that we're missing. I know a couple managers come and go. Like I said, definitely miss you guys, and but hope to hear from you. Hope you guys come back and get into the action sooner than later.
Yeah, now's a great time to get back in.
Oh yeah. A lot of stuff going. A lot of happenings. Whew. Commissioner, just under the hour.
just under an hour. Oh, good.
Nice.
Good. We made it.
So much to talk about. We definitely try to keep it under that hour mark. And again, if you got this far, let us know what you think. Again, we know we only got a limited ears. I always appreciate your comments. I always appreciate your thoughts. Let us know what you guys think. Let us know what you want us to add, what you want us to get rid of. Of course, like I said, stay tuned. We got a lot happening. Commissioner, anything else before we sign this one off?
Just my continued thanks and gratitude for making the UNL such a fun place to be.
Yes. Sign that battle royal. You saw how many people won won a title this last cycle. Oh man. All right, Commissioner. We're gonna sign this one off. You've been listening to Commissioner Anderson and myself, IWA Flip, here on Around the United Nations Trash Talk Edition. We'll see you guys next time.